morning to you. Good morning. Welcome in. Welcome to Matters of the Heart. Welcome to Matters of the Heart. I am LaRuth Bostick, and I am so glad that you have waken up and stretching, that you're joining me this morning. And if you join me at 5:55 or whatever time, thank you for your time. Thank you for your love. Thank you for coming by and just sharing just a little time to get a nugget to start your day. I am so thankful, so grateful for each and every one of you. Are you ready to get your day started? Let's get our day started. All right, let's start our day off. Today, let's talk about trusting God when it makes no sense to the mind. We have to trust God even when it makes no sense. During these times, I tell you what, people might say, you mean you're still trusting God? Look what's happening. Look at the destruction. Look at what's going on in the world. And I say, yes, I'm going to always trust God even in the midst of what's going on. Let's talk about some people in the Bible who trusted God. What about Noah? Noah had to trust God. God told Noah to build an ark because there was going to be a great flood, and it had never rained. Guess what? Noah had to trust God. Even though it really didn't make any sense to his mind, he had to trust God. What about David? David was thrown in the lion's den. Oh my goodness, with real lions with real big teeth. He was thrown in the lion's den in the evening. And that next morning, the king and the servants ran to see if David was still there. And he came out, he was alive, he was not harmed. The king did throw in some of his servants, and the lions had a good time with them. But David was not harmed. Let's talk about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The three Hebrew boys, they were thrown into the fiery furnace. The king commanded the servants to turn up the flame 7 times hotter, that even some of the servants, they perished and died. But guess what? The three Hebrew boys, they came out. They didn't smell like smoke. Their hair wasn't singed. They came out. They came out. Why? Because they trusted God, even though it might not have made any sense. And let's talk about Isaac. Isaac in the Bible sowed in the land in the midst of a famine. When there was a famine, he sowed seed. And guess what? He reaped a 100% harvest. He sowed in the midst of what might have been a pandemic, and he still reaped a harvest, trusting God when it makes no sense. You all, I implore you to trust God in the midst of what's going on. And I'm going to remind you of one scripture, and that's Proverbs 3:5-6. And it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your understanding. In everything submit unto him, and he will make your path straight. Trust in God. Trust in God. You can't trust in God with your mind, but you've got to trust in God with all of your heart. All of your heart, trust in God, and he will make your path straight. Believe you, he will. We have the examples, the Hebrew boys, Noah, David, oh my goodness, Isaac. He did it for them. He will do the same for you, because God does not have a respect of persons. That's all. That's what I have for you today. We're going to trust God in the midst of a famine, in the midst of a pandemic, in the midst of riots, in the midst of everything that's going on. Let us continue to trust God, lean not to our own understanding, because with all of our heart, and God is going to make our pathway straight. I love you. That's all that I have for you today. I want you to have a great and glorious day. Have a terrific Tuesday. Move forward. Continue to love on each other. Call up a friend. Tell them you love them. Check on your people. And continue trusting God in the midst of everything. Matters of the Heart. LaRuth Bostick. I'll see you in the morning. Love you. Mwah.